the point of this session is to encourage us to bring back the ritual in our routine. Hi, welcome back to Spirit Tea and Talk. What a wow, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. And that's not been on purpose. I have been traveling and I've been busy, and when I got back from traveling, it was like getting back into the swing of things and getting back to life and getting back into the flow. And then it was also just taking me a while to just get back to like work mode for real. That's the truth. It was just taking me a while. And that's what led me to this topic today of routine and ritual. In the time where I've been, back and just trying to get back into the swing of things and trying to get myself up and going in on the work side, on the creation side, on the spirit side as well, I it has given me a lot of time to think about routine and rhythm and ritual, and think about what are the things that actually keep us anchored, right, in life as we are growing in life, moving in life, flowing in life. Spirit is here. I got me a cup of tea. Let's talk. So I'm drinking a green matcha with some lemon juice and some honey. Does me good, does me good. I need to re-up on my herbs so I can start making some herbal teas again. But for now, we're going to drink from the store. So like I said, in this time, I've been thinking a lot about like rhythm, routine, ritual, and what actually keeps us anchored. And also, I think it's a good place to start is like, what is the difference between routine and ritual? So, routine is very structured. It's a structure that allows us to function, in our day to day, in our lives. We have different routines. Some routines are more rigid than others. Some are more flexible. Even with me, although I'm not the most routine person, there are certain parts of my day that are very routine, right? And these become habit. They allow us to fulfill tasks and to do the needful when it comes to living our lives and maintaining our lives and maintaining a certain standard of life, right? So those are routines versus and some examples of routine would be like, you wake up every day at 7. Like, and for me, it's one of the ones. What's so annoying is even when I've got like nothing to do, my body's gonna wake up at the same time. I might decide to go back to sleep, but one thing's certain, two things for sure. I'm gonna wake up at that time, right? Some people have gym, like they have to go to the gym every day or every other day. That's part of their routine. Having your coffee break at work at a certain time, having your tea break at a certain time at work, having your lunch at a certain time, that is part of your routine. Versus ritual. Ritual is something that holds a bit more presence. Ritual is about creating space and moving with intention and connecting, but also being devotional to a large degree. And the reason I say to a large degree is because it may not be actively or like consciously devotional, but the act of ritual is inherently devotional. So some things that would be ritual practices could be like, using me for example, would be like making my tea slowly, right? Would be lighting incense, journaling with intention, making sure I pray and how I pray. In doing those routine acts of ritual, because that brings me to the next thing of where routine and ritual intersect. In doing those routine acts of ritual, it creates devotional energy, right? And where ritual is one thing and routine is one thing, they do intersect. Like part of my routine daily, I'm gonna make a cup of tea. I'm gonna make a cup of tea. I'm gonna have my tea every day. The ritual aspect comes in where I take time with making my tea. I stir intentionally. I pour, you know, my honey in, and I speak my my desires of sweetness, as I stir in the honey, as I watch the hot water cool down and settle. I allow myself to be present in that moment of my routine and make it a ritual, right? Skincare. I'm gonna wash my face every day. My face is gonna get washed. My face is gonna get taken care of. But where the routine of skincare becomes ritual is where I'm slowly just paying attention to what I'm doing. It's not just rushing. It's not just rushing. It's not just doing it to quickly get it off. Because there's days when I'm just doing it to quickly do it. But then when I'm entering into that ritual space, it's like, okay, I'm watching what I'm doing. I'm slowly removing. I'm slowly cleansing. And you know what I'm saying? And just like imbuing myself in that energy of pampering. So where routine is like an everyday thing, ritual is not necessarily an everyday thing. But ritual can feed into your everyday routine. Yeah? Cool. Routine keeps your life moving with structure, while ritual keeps you connected with body and spirit. Your body, your spirit. Routine helps to organize your life and structure your life, like I said, whereas ritual is there to nourish your spirit. And I want this session to be one that reminds us to bring back the ritual in our routine. That's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. The point of this session is to encourage us to bring back the ritual in our routine. We all have routines. We all have our day-to-day motions, the way we move day-to-day, the things we have to do, especially as grown-ups, okay? Being an adult is hard. It is not easy. And in the hustle and bustle of life, in the hustle and bustle of day-to-day and constant moving, it's easy to not have ritual as we practice our routines. And when I use the word ritual, it's easy to feel like ritual has to be separate. Like, okay, rituals like has to be a big to-do, has to be a whole big hubbub. No. What Spirit's put on my heart today and reminded me as I've like sat here and like prayed this message is that there is space for ritual in our routine. There is space for ritual in our routine. Ritual practice doesn't have to be every day. It doesn't have to be all the time. Sometimes you ain't got, listen, sometimes you ain't got the time. Sometimes you ain't got the time. Like, if I'm doing one of my routines daily, I'm going to wash my face. I'm going to cleanse my face. I'm going to do my skincare, right? It's not always going to be soft and slow and taking my time and allowing myself to be present. Sometimes I just need to get the shit off. I need to clean my face. I need to go to sleep. Do you know what I mean? But when you have time to sit and ritualize your skincare, take that time and do it. So that is, you're going to cleanse. You're going to do your steps and your processes. You're going to put on a nice mask. You're going to allow yourself to be, and it's going to take that time to be in the ritual of pampering yourself. Because the energy that then brings to you moving forward, even if you're not able to perform that ritual again for another week, another 2 weeks, that one act of ritual in your regular routine, it frees you from stagnation. It frees you from staleness. It brings an element of peace to your life. It brings an element of connection, of higher level connection to your life. Whether you're acknowledging that higher level connection or not doesn't negate the fact that it's there. Ritual is important. Ritual of spending time to nourish and nurture your higher self. That helps to keep the balance between, like, everything is balance. Balancio, like, everything is actually balance. So, imbuing your routine and your life with ritual acts helps to balance that the energy between your day-to-day self, your earthly self, and your higher self. Helps you to be in the good frame of mind to be able to achieve what you want to achieve, do what you want to do, live how you want to live, proceed how you want to proceed. As someone who, like, this recent time where I've not really been in routine, and I definitely ain't been on my rituals, okay? I felt the difference. I felt the difference in myself. I seen the difference in myself. And this is not an isolated incident. It's happened many times. And that's the thing. Sometimes, I can yap all of this right now, but sometimes we just don't want to. And that's not a bad thing. But in order to come back to yourself, if you are struggling and you're like, I really need to come back to myself, I don't know how, pick one ritual act. And that could be something, like I said, making a cup of tea slowly, doing some skincare slowly, taking a walk and listening to the wind, listening to the earth, listening to the whisper of nature, ritual. Giving yourself a nice soak, taking a nice bath, ritual. Journaling with a set intention, ritual. Breath work with a set intention, ritual. Ritual is important in anchoring yourself, being present, because the point of ritual is to be present. That's the whole bottom line. Like, no matter what the ritual act is, the aim of it is to be present in that moment for what that thing is you're doing, what that energy is you're creating, what that work is you're working. Yeah, it's so important. It's so important. Bringing ritual into your routine can help calm your nervous system, can help calm the overwhelm that your nervous system may be facing, and can help bring you back to solid ground. I don't make the rules. I say it all the time. I'm just telling you what it is. If you've been struggling with life, with your reality, with your present, sometimes you don't even want to be in the present. It's like, I can say for me, sometimes my favorite place to be is my dreams. When it gets peak, I won't lie to you, I can sleep and just go into my dream world, because then I have to deal with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want to be in the present. But, like, even if you're feeling that kind of way, there's way to make ritual in that even. Like, I will make me going to my dreamland a ritual practice. Make sure I've lit my smell goods, do you know what I mean? Sprayed whatever I want to spray on my linens. Make sure, my bed is made. I got my nice pillow. I got the right coolness over here, the right heat over there. Like, make it ritual. Make it ritual. Because even if you're sleeping, you're able to ground yourself in the present of, I'm going to sleep, I'm going to dream. I'm going to sleep, I'm going to dream. And I'm going to have a good time while I'm doing it. And I want, my intention is for me doing this dreaming to take me forward, to push me ahead, to give me joy, to make me smile, for some happiness. It's allowed. It's allowed. Return to ritual if you've forgotten. Especially as a spiritual woman, especially as spiritual people, having our spiritual and ritual practices are so important. So that goes beyond just the routine ritual. This is now speaking to those of us who we need to meditate. We need to cleanse and clear. We need to consecrate. We need to protect. We need to divine. You know yourself. You know what it is. If you have been like me and you have been neglecting your rituals, you've been neglecting your connection, because part of my neglecting of my rituals has been neglecting my connection to spirit. If you've been doing that, it's okay. It's just come back now. How do you come back? How do you return to ritual? What can you do to return to your rituals? Day by day, you don't have to do everything at once. Rome was not built in a day. You don't have to do everything at once. Take it step by step, one foot in front of the other, and you'll get there. And that's really it. So I'll leave with this question of what's one ritual thing you can do in this season that will help bring you back to yourself? Think about it. Now go do it. The tea is finished. I'm out. Peace.